going on, guys? It's the Insomniac, and I'm here doing a video again because I want to. I don't have a question, but I have a topic to talk about, which is always a good thing when you're trying to film a video. But before I begin, I do want to say that I participated in the making of a video with a few of my friends. If you guys know the show Deadliest Warrior, then you will understand the video. If you don't, I would suggest looking it up before you watch it. I don't think it'll be as funny if you don't know what it is. But the video is called Deadliest Warrior, Businessman vs. Bum. I will link it in the description so you can watch it if you want. If not, okay. I thought it was pretty funny. So it's kind of long too. It's 18 minutes. I think almost 19 minutes. So if you want to watch that, you can. I'll put the link in the description below. But anyway, what I want to talk about today is change. I think change is very important. I think change is something that everybody goes through. Well, I know it's something everybody goes through. And I just want to talk about change and what it means and, you know, why people are scared of it. Yeah, and I'm included in that. You know, change is a scary thing, whether it's changing your scenery around or changing your, you know, group of friends or something in your family, or, you know, physical change or mental change. You know, change is something that is very important and prominent in life. So, yeah. On that note, let's change scenes. I mean, think about all the different types of change that you have to experience in an entire lifetime. You have physical change, you know, getting older and changing, your body changing. And going through puberty and getting, you know, wrinkles on your skin and being able to grow facial hair. You have mental change, which also goes with all of those things. Getting older, becoming more mature, not laughing at every penis joke that you hear. Or you have societal change. Society thinking about things differently and acting on things differently and reacting to things differently. And if you follow those changes or not. You have changing of your surroundings. I mean, going from inside to outside, from one city to another, from one environment to another. You have scenery changes that you can't control. Tornadoes and hurricanes and earthquakes and forest fires. You have all of these things changing around you. So how do you cope with them? There's so many changes. I mean, how do you cope? You know, some people deal with it differently. Some people cope by playing music, or by writing, or by reading. Some people don't cope with it at all. Some people let it well up inside of them until they're just ready to explode. And I think that coping with it really depends on the person that you are. Depends on what type of person that you are, and depends on the human being that you are, and the human being that you've evolved into because of that change. The change that you've experienced in your life is going to be a determiner of how you handle future change. Am I making sense? And you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you are or what you are. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Latino, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a man, if you're a woman. Change happens. And you're going to have to find some way to cope with it. I can tell you from personal experience that letting things well up inside you until you're ready to explode is not the way that you want to handle things. And if you're really going to evolve into a human being that you enjoy being, if you're going to evolve into a person whose skin you enjoy being inside of, whose shoes you love to walk in, then you're going to have to deal with that change. You're going to have to figure out a way to accept that change is going to happen, whether it's bad or whether it's good. It doesn't make a difference if someone's going to break up with you, or if you're going to win the lotto, or if you're going to lose the lotto. If you're going to be happy for forever with this person, or if you're not going to be happy with this person, if you're going to lose a best friend, if you're going to gain 5. All of these things are going to happen. Things are going to change. You're going to pull apart from people. You're going to get close to people. And at the end of the day, you have to figure out. You yourself have to figure out how you're going to deal with all of that. Because if you can't deal with it, you're going to have some issues. And it doesn't make a difference if it's a subtle change or if it's a large change. If it's a change that all of a sudden it just rocks your world and sends you flying off in some different direction, or if it's a change that's so minuscule that you barely even notice it. It's going to happen and you're going to have to find a way to deal with it. That's what's going to make you into the person that you are today. Whether it's something that everyone will notice, whether it's something that only you will notice. Change happens on so many different levels. From things that affect everyone in a country, in a united nation, in a world, to something that only affects you internally. And maybe even people don't think it's that big of a deal. Those are all things that you're going to have to deal with, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. At the end of the day, you have to find what gives you the ability to deal with it. Whether it's sitting down and writing a song about how beautiful a day it is. Whether it's reading a book that you relate to or don't relate to. Maybe it's a fantasy world where all you can think about is wizards and dragons. Maybe it's a video game that takes you out of reality and lets you communicate with friends and have fun and just release yourself from the world. Maybe it's another person. Maybe it's someone who you can entrust everything that you have into them and give them the ability to have all of it and help you through a tough time. There are so many things that can change in your life. And if you are able to accept those things, if you are able to find those things, that's what's going to make you the person that you are in the long run. That's what's going to make you the person that becomes the adult, becomes the grandfather, the grandmother, becomes the uncle, the aunt. That's what's going to make you that person. And that's when everything's going to come full circle. That's when, in that moment where you find that thing that helps you deal with the change that's going to happen in life, that's when you're going to truly be able to find yourself. That's when you're truly going to be able to know who you are as a person, which is going to give you the ability to know other people. You're going to meet so many people during your life, whether it's best friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, family members that become estranged, pets. There are so many things you're going to experience. And one day, you are going to be able to look back and say, this is the moment. This is the moment where I figured out how to deal with all the change that I'm going to have to deal with in my life. And this is the moment where I truly understood myself. And in that moment, when you experience it, you're going to be able to understand who you are. You're going to understand who you want in your life, who you love, who you like, who you want to be with for forever. You're going to understand the person that you want to be for the rest of your life. And that's a moment that no one can take away from you. All you have to do is try. All you have to do is find that one thing that helps you deal with that change that you're going to experience no matter what. And then you're going to truly understand yourself and understand what you want and understand what you need. And you're going to understand how to get there, the work that it's going to take.